I got insurance already. How many of you heard that before? I got insurance already. On the job, right?
Yeah.
Man, and I asked him, hey, what happens when you lose the job? Well, I could take, I said, well, do you know how expensive it is to take it with you? First of all, you can't take it with you. They don't know that, right? But it's not portable. It stays with the job. You know why? Because it's part of a group. And if you're not part of that group, you don't get it. You're not in. You're not the in crowd, right? So you know what I tell them is, listen, and if somebody does have insurance, right? I talk about how insurance even works. Because most people, you talk to 95 out of 100 people, they think insurance works a certain way, but they don't know how it works. Can I just summarize this up real quickly for our new guys? How many of you are newly licensed people? Like less than 6 months? Less than 6 months, man, you're going to be the most benefited person when you walk out of here.
Go Sheila, go Sheila.
First of all, I talk about this. People used to have something called a whole life policy about 85 years ago. 85 years ago, whole life came about. Companies like New York Life, MetLife, Mass Mutual, Northwestern Mutual, they came out with this great product that gave clients a fixed premium for life. But they gave you money 3 to 4% rate of return. But they charged you 8% to borrow your money. Most people don't know that. Great product 85 years ago, right? About 60 years ago, people were upset with the whole life industry. They're like, man, we don't have enough insurance. People are dying. We got $25,000 policy, $50,000 policy. So they came out with something called a term. Y'all heard of this? This came about 60 years ago. So now you had 10-year term, 20-year term, 30-year term. And what happened when the term was up? No cash and no insurance. Right? A lot of companies came out with buy term, invest the difference. The problem is they forgot to invest the difference. Exactly. Most people spend the difference. Right? They go, oh man, we're saving so much money in insurance, I'm going to spend the rest on shoes. That's what ladies do.
Why do you keep talking about ladies?
I'll pick out a man later. Okay? What do guys want? What do guys spend their money on?
Some of them spend it on shoes. Some of them spend it on shoes too. Suits, cars.
Hey, listen, but you know what? When we spend one big chunk. Y'all spend a bunch of little chunks. You see what I'm saying? We make this one
bunch
big
of little
chunks. Anything else for 3 years. Y'all be buying every month.
Okay.
Silly friends that don't want to walk out of here, right? I don't want you mad at me. Okay, let's get back to this. So 50 years ago, the insurance industry said, you know what, we got to come up with something better. They came up with something called the universal life. How did this work? You had a chance to have flexible premium, but you could only get about 4 to 6% rate of return on your money. You remember rule of 72 earlier? If you got a 4 to 6% rate of return, is that good or bad? 4 is better than 3.
4 is better than
4 to 6 is better, but not good enough.
Right.
Is that right? Yeah. So this happened 50 years ago. I'm gonna be off plus or minus a few years, so don't hold me to the T, okay? I'm getting older. Now, about 35 years ago, okay? The industry went back to the drawing table and they came up with something called the variable universal life. How many of you heard of that, variable universal life? Right? Basically what you had with this was flexible premium, but you could get market performance. Plus 20% 1 year, negative 20% next year. So the markets went down, you lost your shirt. So they're great when the market's on an upswing. What happened when 2001 hit? When 2008 hit? People were mad. They lost a lot. Is that true? So he said, well, this is not going to work. We got to come up with something better. And about 15 years ago to 18 years ago, the industry came up with something called the index universal life. How many of you heard of this before? Basically, you have a flexible premium, right, similar to all universal life, but now you have safety features. If the markets crash, you got anywhere from 0% to 0.75%, depending on the company you work with. You got growth, anywhere from 11 to 15%, depending on the company you work with. Is that pretty good stuff? So if you look at all the different products that came out over the last 85 years, which one would you like to have for you and your family?
The last one.
Well, we said all of them. Which one would you like to have? based on your education. Is that true? So now you like the index because you got educated on it. Wouldn't you like to have one? So if you had a whole life and you paid something for 85 years and didn't do anything for your family, isn't it time to do something better? If you can still medically qualify. This is good stuff.
Yes.
This is, by the way, for the licensed people. I was trying to bridge the gap between the new guests. So maybe I was also trying to summarize the blue book for you in a very simple language. Is that really simple to understand?
Yeah.
It works both ways.
Say what the-
Let me ask you this.